I would say the biggest thing for me that I try to introduce is just teamwork. Like letting everyone know that we need everybody, from practice to the weight room to the locker room, valuing the things that we have and just taking care of every little thing that we have, from how we practice and to how we clean the locker room after practice, and just get them to believe that it's going to take everybody on this team for us to be successful.
Tell me, who are some of the guys that have impressed you, and what has impressed you about these guys 7-on-7 in the off season, in the weight room? What have you liked?
I would say we have a lot of young, big kids. The seniors that we have today, we have Landon Smith, Ethan Yates, Drake Bird, Ryan Campbell, and Cavante Hurd. Three of them been actually 4 of the 5 play tight ends, and then 2 of them actually play O-line. So kind of just, fancy word to say they're athletic offensive linemen, right? But they've just been working hard every day. When they show up, they're there. And it's just a change for everybody, right? The expectation changes. So, getting them to understand that they have to buy in more, that they lead this team, that they're going to be the reason why we're successful this year through their leadership. And I think that's been really important.
What did you learn as a head coach at Southwood last season that you can apply this time around? Obviously, it's a different program, although sort of similar areas. What do you take and what have you done to improve yourself as a head coach? Because that first year is a whole new world.
It is a whole new world. So I would say, coming from a little bit of a bigger school, trying to teach more and not necessarily trying to find ways to not have two-way players, right? And then when you have injuries happen, then you end up with a two-way player. So we had tons of injuries last year at Southwood, and we weren't really prepared when those injuries happened. So we end up having to get prepared after they already happened. You know what I'm saying? So we have injury in a game. It's oh, shoot, we got to put a freshman in. Well, that freshman may not be ready. Or we had a kid he went to the doctor on a Thursday. We find out Thursday at 3 o'clock. Well, the kid that replaced him was a freshman. And he hadn't necessarily got the proper reps as the week leading up to, So I think just in from that regard, making sure that everybody is working on both sides, all the subs in, the different combinations, so that way we know that the kids have what they know what they're supposed to do when they do get in there, and then kind of trying to simplify things just even more than figuring out ways to make it even simpler than I already was trying to make it. So that way that you can, okay, this kid's tired, we may have to put another kid in for a couple plays until that kid is rested and we can put him back in, type of thing. So, and that was a little different because we platooned where I came from. We had a couple kids that went both ways, but at a smaller school, almost everybody has to go both ways. Your best 13 to 14, 15 kids got to be on the field at all times.
Final question, what are you most looking forward to about this fall?
I'm just excited to watch them go out and compete. I think they've been learning how to compete, which is the biggest thing, right? When you've lost a lot, you kind of forget how to compete, and then you kind of expect to lose. So we're trying to change that expectation, right? Go into it we just want to compete. And then when you learn how to compete, then you can learn how to not lose, right? A lot of people think you have to learn how to win. No, you have to learn how to not lose first, right? So them learning how to not lose and compete, I think, are the biggest things. And I think if we can do that, I think some people might be surprised by the Wildcats this year.